It's been crazy. It's been messy, it's been sweaty. It's quite unfortunate that as farmers are enjoying the planting season, others are being ravaged by floods. Farmers have lost their property, others have even lost their lives, simply because man has refused to take care of the environment, and now the environment is fucking us over. As you remember to pray for those who've been ravaged by the floods, remember to pray for yourself, that God gives you the ability to take care of the environment. Otherwise, man, it's gonna be shitty. Woo! It's beautiful weather today. Crunched abdominals today. We did abs with a couple of rugby guys. It was intense. We exhausted. I exhausted. Eventually they had to leave because they're not bodybuilders. But I exhausted almost everything in the book. Check it out. Subscribe, or at least give it a thumbs up, or leave a comment. Started off with some Vibes Cartel, or was it Conscience? Can't remember. It's really hard to keep up with these Jamaicans. First it's reggaeton, then it's reggae, then 5 minutes later it's turned into dancehall, then the next day it's rhythm, ragamuffins. Today we are planking. Others will call it planking, but I like to call it roasting the pig. And what I mean by that is that I go through a series of plank variations. So we started off with the normal elbow plank, then moved on to this variation that we're doing right now. I call it the swimmer's plank. So it's like you're swimming, flipping the legs and pulling in the water. Then turned into this variation on the side, one leg in the air and one arm in the air. I call it the star plank. 30 seconds and we turn to the other side and perform the same variation because you're looking for balance. We've already, partly roasted the front part of the core, so that is the rectus abdominis. Now we're roasting the side, the obliques, and the serratus, burning all the visceral fat surrounding the abdominal area, which happens to be the leading cause of cancer. Then we turned to this variation, which I like to call climber's plank. And the benefits of plank, man, are vast. First of all, it works your entire body. You can see my back is engaged. You can see my lats are engaged. 30 seconds later, we turn into this is a side plank. The difference between side plank and star plank is star, you have your limbs raised in the air. 5 minutes later and it was all burning. You can see me turning and turning, trying to find a sweet spot where my core can rest, but everywhere was roasted. Completely roasted by now. For those who don't know, your core is like a cylinder. Try imagine a cylinder with a top, which happens to be your diaphragm, the cylinder's bottom, which happens to be your groin muscles, and the sides, the front, which is the rectus abdominis, then the side, which is the obliques, and the back, which is a combination of the multifidus and the erector spinae. 10 minutes later, this was the scenario. Everybody was out of the gym. Only 3 warriors remained on the battlefield. And 10 minutes later, gentlemen and ladies, I can tell you, this is hell. this is hell on earth, because every part of your body is in tatters. Your core is shredded to pieces and it's pain. You're sweating all over the place. Your heart rate is above the clouds. Your body is failing. But in reality, it is actually becoming better. And this is for the gentlemen out there. A good muscle-mind connection with the entire core. A muscle-mind connection with the entire core, and especially the groin region, will help you a lot, and you'll thank me later. So 15 minutes later, this was the third set. We've been doing 5 minutes of planking, resting, and then going again. So this is the third set. You can look at our friend there. He's a warrior. He's sweating all over the place. He is shaking like a leaf in the South African winds of winter. I don't know where that came from, but all you got to do is hang in there like a true spirited warrior. You gotta make pain your friend, man, or you can never succeed in this world full of pain. When you fall, you gotta wake up and, come back again even stronger. This is another variation, the long plank. And this one is a killer. You can look at our friend there. The bum is just too high. Remember to keep the bum parallel to the floor. Your body, your trunk should be parallel to the floor so that you can engage every single muscle in the body. We rest on the side for 30 and we continue burning that visceral fat until the pig is roasted.